Okay, so by this point you'll have had your initial campaign set up. I'm just going to talk you through all of the available options that are on here that you can use to help push your campaign to the next level. So you've got your campaigns tab, which is fairly self-explanatory. Any pay-per-click account can have a number of campaigns. I've got a few here, and these are just set up just for demonstration purposes. They don't have any thought behind them, but I just want to show you what the tabs do. So you can add a new campaign by clicking the red button here. You can pause a campaign. Just say you've got an active campaign, you can click the campaign, go to edit, and I can put it in pause. And then if I wanted to, I can just go back at whatever point and enable that campaign. You can change your bidding strategy, and you can do your automation, so change your daily budget when something happens, send an email when something happens. That's just your automation part, which you don't really need to do much with when you're setting up a standard pay-per-click campaign. So that's what your campaigns does. So you can add other campaigns by clicking this red button, or you can edit these ones, no problem at all. And the next one, add groups. So you might have a bunch of keywords, and they're all targeting different things, so you can bunch them into ad groups, which I would advise you do. So you can just, my SEO Glasgow is a different ad group from, say, Reach Local Alternatives or Freelance SEO, and you would bunch them all up into different ad groups just to make sure your words or your keywords are all bunched together correctly. You can add an ad group, you can pause an ad group, you can do whatever you want with it. So that's what that is. Settings. Now on this section, it shows you all the settings there. So it'll show you the campaign name, the daily budget, the network, so you can have your Google search or display network, the campaign start date, end date, the ad schedule, which you can schedule the times and dates of your ads, the devices that your ads are shown to, and also the location that your ads are shown to. So you can use all of this, or this setting section, to work all that out and refine it the best way possible. You can also just click on locations, which shows you all the locations here. If you wanted to add more locations, just click the red button and add a few more locations in. So you just click, if I wanted to add more locations, I could add Paisley in or whatever. So you just enter the locations here, and then, so if I wanted to add in, say, Greenock, for example, which is an area that's not too far, I could add that in there, and then click save, and I'm now targeting Greenock as well. Ad schedule. You can set your ads to go out at certain times of the day. So if I wanted, again, my SEO Glasgow page, I can create a custom schedule, so I could have it going from Monday to Friday, or I could run it on specific days from a certain time to a certain time. Click save, and those ads will only be served to people on this schedule. It really depends on the data you have. If you feel your ads are only clicked on between 9 in the morning and 12 in the afternoon, then you would have your ads set up to be displayed at that point. So it's up to you whether you use that section or not. And devices, you want your campaigns to be active in all devices and all that kind of stuff, but you can adjust the bids on certain devices and whatnot. So if you wanted to adjust your bids on mobile devices, you can, but I wouldn't worry about too much about that for now. So I'll go to the next one, ads. It's always wise to have a couple of ads going. You don't want to just stick with one, because you'll never know or never have anything to compare it to. So always do have a number of different ads, and you can add more ads here. You can have a text ad, image ads, and video ads and whatnot. So you don't even have to compare like for like. You can have a text ad and then a video ad and see what one works best. And you can also edit your ads and all that here as well. You can pause, remove them, change the URLs and so on. So that's what your ads does. Keywords is very simple. You can add more keywords to your campaigns here, and you can pause some of the keywords, change the bidding and whatnot from that. Audiences, this is for your remarketing, so you can remarket people, and again you can do a bit of research on remarketing, and you can set up a campaign using this. You just click that. If I wanted to remarket everyone who clicked on my SEO Glasgow campaign, then I can, and you would just filter it down by, you can have a customer email list or remarketing list, whatever you choose. You can, change these options here, and you can also exclude. You can exclude certain ad groups in your campaign. You can exclude certain campaigns as well. So that's your remarketing side of things. Ad extensions. Most ads, it's not fair to say most ads don't have site links. Site links don't cost any extra money, so it would be crazy not to have site links on your ad. So I would always recommend that you have site links on your website where possible, and yeah, it doesn't cost anything, so you can just stick on there onto my SEO Glasgow campaign. If I wanted to add a new site link, for example my pay-per-click guide, I can use this here to add a site link right to my pay-per-click guide on my pay-per-click ad. So you want to do that, and you can do that for up to 4 sections in your website. Dimensions, there's not going to be a lot of data on here, but basically what this does is allow you to go through your campaign and see what's working and what's not. Obviously there's not a lot of data on this test account, but you can filter everything down to location, distance, search terms, free clicks, call details, campaign details, ad group details. You can also filter everything down by the day, time, month, quarter, yearly, time of the day, everything in here. You can basically just cut through all your data and see what's working and what's not. So it's a very good tool to have. And the last one, display network. This is a summary. Part here, which basically doesn't have any data, but it gives you an overall summary of how your campaign's working. Display keywords, it shows you the keywords you've got in your display advertising. Placements, it shows me the websites I've got on my display advertising placements. You can exclude websites, or you can add other ones in here. Topics, you can target people who have interest in specific topics. For example, I would want to put my pay-per-click guide out there to people who are interested in marketing and managing their own websites. So you can do that as well through this, and you can also exclude certain topics as well. Interest in remarketing, again, you can exclude people who have certain interests similar to topics, and you can also work your remarketing and targeting here as well. So again, it's another useful option. And demographics basically gives you, it's more data and data for you to analyse. It will give you on your campaigns, whether it was a male, female, age group, whether we're a parent or not, and you can base this on clicks, conversions, or impressions. So it will basically give me 24% of the people that my ads have been served to are between the age of 25 and 34, and 61% are males, which is a strange statistic. So you can filter all that kind of data down, and I can only serve, and you can then go down to the bottom here, and I could exclude females, I could exclude old people on that kind of data. But obviously it's never good to exclude anyone. there's still a percentage here of people of 65 or more who are clicking on my ad, and you just have to try and cover as much as you can. Everyone can have a website, everyone might be interested, or anyone of any age can be interested in my services, so it would be crazy of me to exclude any age group, or male or female, but it just so happens to be that 61% of males are the ones that are clicking on my ads. But again, I would never exclude. And there's also 23% of this which is unknown. So the females could have been slightly higher. They just didn't have their data collected. So that's basically all the sections on here that you can manipulate to suit your campaign.